Welcome everyone into my channel Everything PS. With you MD. If this is your first visit to our channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification button. Do not forget to leave your feedback and your suggestions down below in the comments. This will help me to improve the content of our channel. Creating and editing shapes is essential in Illustrator. In this section you'll learn how to draw and edit simple shapes. To follow along, open this file from the practice files you downloaded. And once your document is open, to make sure you can see all of the artwork, choose View. Fit Artboard in Window. Now to start, you'll select the shape. So, select the Selection tool in the Tools panel on the left. And then click in this white triangle shape to select it. You'll learn how to draw a few types of simple shapes like this triangle. And then by the end you'll be able to add shapes to create the robot on the right. They should see a box around the triangle. This is called the bounding box. This is important for editing shapes, and it should be on by default. If you don't see a bounding box, choose View. Show bounding box. If you see a hide bounding box in the View menu, you're all set. Now you'll draw your first shape, a rectangle. In the Tools panel on the left, click to select the rectangle tool. Bring the pointer out into the document window and move it around. As you move it, you might see these magenta lines. These are smart guides, and they help you align content. If you don't see them, choose View. Smart guides to turn them on. Now starting on the dash line here, press and drag to create a rectangle. As you draw the shape tool with those smart guides on, you'll see a small gray label appear. They give you measurements like weight and height. This shows the size of the shape you're creating. Release the mouse button to create a rectangle. Now most of the shapes you draw are called live shapes, which means you can resize and move them without switching tools. For instance, to resize this shape should be just remove the pointer over one of the corners of the rectangle. And when the pointer changes, click and drag to reshape it, making it about the size of the dotted line behind it. As you drag, watch for this diagonal magenta guide. This indicates that it's a perfect square. When you see it, release the mouse button to make the rectangle square. You can also press the Shift key while dragging to make a square. Yeah, I noticed the small widgets in each corner of the shape. Dragging any of these with the shape selected will let you create rounded corners. So, drag any one of these corner widgets toward the center of the shape just a little to round the corners. Here let you find that most of the shapes you draw will have options like these corner widgets. Let's try creating another shape. To see other shape tools, press and hold on the rectangle tool in the Tools panel on the left. To show the shape menu, then select the Polygons tool. Starting roughly in the center of this dotted triangle, click and drag to make a shape. Shapes you create with this tool are drawn from the center. When the shape is about this size, press and hold the Shift key to straighten it. Release the mouse button and then the Shift key. Polygons also have shape options like rectangles. For instance, this side, which controls the number of sides, and a polygon. So, drag this side widget up until the shape has 3 sides. To move the shape of the drawing tool selected, you can drag it from this little circle in the center and position it where you need. The last type of shape you create of the circle. So, press and hold on the Polygon tool in the Tools panel and select the Ellipse tool. Down here, drag to create a circle, and as you drag, watch for these hinting crosshairs, which mean a perfect circle. Release the mouse button when you see them, and the circle is roughly the size you see here. Lastly, you'll create this triangle shape by copying and pasting the triangle you already drew. So, select the Selection tool in the Tools panel on the left, and click the triangle you created. To copy it, choose Edit, Copy, and then Edit, Paste. Correct the new triangle down here. Now resize this triangle, drag the point on the right side to the left so that it's narrower first. Then drag the top point down to make it a little bit shorter. Finally, drag the shape onto the study guides. Now that you have some experience with shapes in Illustrator, you can continue to explore by creating the shades for this robot, which consists of rectangles, circles and polygons. The dotty guides will help you to see which shapes to create where. These donut shapes are actually composed of 2 circles, a smaller circle on top of a larger circle. The smaller circle has a red fill color. You'll learn about changing the color shapes in the video on changing the color of our work. What you learned. Draw shapes. 1. Shape tools are located in the Tools panel. 2. To show other shape tools, click and hold the rectangle tool in the Tools panel. 3. When you draw shapes, Smart Guides, view Smart Guides, help by showing the shape size in a measurement label, snapping to other objects, and indicating when an ellipse is a perfect circle or when a rectangle is a perfect square. 4. Most shapes are live, which means you can edit them without first switching to a tool after drawing them. Different shapes have widgets for editing corner radius, number of sides, and more. Here we go, we are done for today. Do not forget to leave your comment down below to help me to improve the content of the channel. See you next time. Goodbye.